Greetings and happy Epiphany. As we celebrate the feast day of the Epiphany, the day where the wise men found Jesus and celebrated his divine majesty, I've been thinking a lot about gifts. The gifts that we receive, the gifts that we give, and the gifts that we have been endowed with by the Holy Spirit and called to share with the world. We don't talk a lot in many churches about what it means to have spiritual gifts. We don't talk a lot about how, by virtue of our baptism, we are all called to share those gifts with one another. But in this season, where there has been so much that we have had to go without, so much that we have had to give up, I have been thinking about how each one of us uses our God-given gifts to make the world better. How you and I evaluate the gifts and skills that we have, and also evaluate how we are using those gifts or not using them. A key factor in evaluating how one uses one's gifts has to do with recognizing what one's gifts are. I remember a layperson sitting me down and telling me that I had to live into my gifts. I had to live into the gifts that God had given me and spend my time and focus in offering those gifts, in honing them and re-offering them. Because if I didn't, I was sinning twice. And I remember saying, well, what do you mean? And she said, well, if you're busy doing all sorts of things that you think you should be doing that aren't in your particular gift set, then one sin is that you are not making the most of the gifts that God has given you. And two, you are preventing others from offering their gifts if you are doing the work for them. I carry those words with me to this day. And I invite you in this time, as we enter this time of enlightenment, this time of epiphany, to spend a little time thinking about, praying about, analyzing what gifts the Holy Spirit has given you, and evaluating how you are using those gifts to be about the reconciling work that you and I are called to through our baptism. Because I think if we all live into the gifts that the Holy Spirit has given us, we can be transformational forces in this world. We can be reconciling forces in this world. I give thanks for you. I give thanks for the ways in which God has gifted you. And I pray that by grace, we will all be able to offer our gifts faithfully and do the reconciling work that we've been called to do.